this last wine comes from one of the great eccentrics of California winemaking. His name is Sean Thackrey. He lives like deep in the woods within Marin County in this very Lord of the Rings-like cabin where he makes sort of singular wines.
Like a hobbit?
Kind of like a hobbit, and he looks like one. He's got the bangs that kind of go straight across the face that are kind of curly.
Oh, this is incredible.
And you should look at his website, winemaker.net. And he makes this wine called Pleiades, which is not a vintage wine. It's made from an undisclosed blend, and he releases it kind of like a rock star would in editions. So he drops albums, and this is his 25th edition of this wine. So he doesn't disclose any of the real secrets behind it. So think of it as a chef special where he's asking you to trust him, which I love because the wine always pulls through in a way that you can't even understand. It's full body, but it's fresh. It's red fruited, but there's also some dark notes in there. And it's a wine that I was excited to put in people's box because of how expressive it is. So let's give it a whirl.
I also think of blends as like not fancy, but that's not not assuming that's not the case here.
No, it's not the case. You know, sometimes it's greater than the sum of its parts. It's one of those things where a winemaker knows that the addition of a grape or an addition of a blend is going to actually make the wine a more delicious component. So you can find some grapes will add body, some will add acid, other color, and you need to have a skilled hand to know what that combination is. And the fact that he's doing this year after year from fruit from different vintages just shows you how well he's honed that skill.
Does the mystery around it add to the price point at all?
This is, no, you know, with Sean, it's funny because his wines are actually quite expensive. And the reason I love Pleiades is because I think it's as delicious as any of his wines, and it's his most approachably priced. This is in the mid-20s. Yeah. So let's give it a whirl.
Smells nice.
I mean, we
Cheers.
can't ever not cheers. So, like I said, there's red fruit. There's almost like a blood orange thing on the nose. And the wine is dark and rich, but he has like a zesty freshness that keeps the wine energetic and kind of a glass that you want to be drinking. California wine can get heavy in a way where you get a little tired. After a glass, it feels a little heavy. Whereas this, he adds this one little high note, and that's where the blend comes in, that keeps you wanting to reach for this glass of wine. And that's what's so exciting about a blend and coming from a real technician like Sean Thackrey. I do have incredible admiration for how talented he is. He took on a grape like Syrah when Syrah was not popular in the US. And so he's just interested in making expressive wine, regardless of what the trends are. So he's been making this wine, like I said, this is his 25th edition. And this wine has always been consistently delicious. And wine, just like any other category, it can bend with trend. And Sean's wines have always been consistently kind of this profile of expressive, but classically California with body and weight. I love like savory Chinese food with Sean Thackrey's wines. Like really soy heavy, scallion, like what I want is bosom. I want like David Chang to make me his pork shoulder and just open Sean Thackrey and crush. That is what I want. So
The balance of salty and sweet.
salty, sweet, because that's kind of what's happening in here.
Yeah.
There's a touch of oak that gets sweetness. There's really nice fruit, but then he's got that zesty, almost orange rind thing that's happening in here that balances it all out. And that for me is such a delicious combination.
Yeah.
When you talk about it being the 25th edition, is it sort of every year building on the same formula, or is it different every year?
It's different every year.
Okay.
He's got white grapes in here. He's got red grapes. And he gives you an idea on the side, but it changes annually. It's not only, sorry, I should also add, it's not only just different years and different grapes, but different parts of the state. He's dealing with all different appellations. He's using a totally complete set of variables to create one sort of singular wine.
Oh,
So fun.
very cool.
Yeah? Do you want more?
Yes.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you.
Wine is for drinking.
When you say expressive wine, what do you mean by that?
Wine with a personality. I feel like wine is a lot like people in that I love when somebody's a little too much of something. When somebody is too balanced, they feel boring. And
We should look into that. Just kidding.
yeah, we should.
Cut. Just kidding. Okay.
Yeah, so like for instance, so find like there are certain people you like to hang out with that maybe others wouldn't. That's just like wine. You know, this is where you learn to find the people you want to hang out with, the wines that you want to spend time with. And those are the wines that are expressive. Love, hate, you'll come out with an opinion about these wines. And that, for me, is expressive. Ooh, the oregano came out. There it is.
I definitely sense the orange zest.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like not just the brightness, but it's like a little bit of the bitterness too that like cuts.
It's showing, it's funny, it's showing oak, it's showing orange zest, it's showing...
It's already changed, like from...
Yeah, it's changing a lot.
It hasn't even been open that long.
Yeah.
But that like herbal tinge thing is happening right now to this wine. What's up, my dear? I'm just trying to be good on camera.